Annette from Lamb Island, and it's Angela. Ah! So today, I've got the glasses on because we've got to read from a distance. There's some toast. Anyone want some toast? Some brekkie on Lamb Island in Australia, and it is Christmas. I want a croissant. I ate mine already.
Oh, she ate those. What, my raven?
Yeah, so if I don't answer like straight away, it might be because I can't see bloody hell what you're saying. Can you actually shut that curtain a bit more because the light is in my eyes?
I thought you meant the raven was up.
In my eyes.
Thank you. That is 10 million times better. Hi, Squirrel.
eyes.
Everyone say hi to Squirrel.
Hi,
And they all said hi. Okay, and we've got Sonia and Reborn Under the Sun, Tammy. So we're having a bit of a Reborn panel here today. What's that? But it is Brekkie. It is Brekkie here. Good morning, Kylie. Yeah, I've got to keep my glasses on, so it's such a distance away. Bottle Babes, Genie Bug, Amy, hello. So I'm going to have a Reborn
Hi,
panel.
guys. Hello.
Angela! Island Treasures, that was, she's got. So John has just made babies everywhere, babies. Carrie, Raven, and breakfast at the table.
Raven and breakfast.
Of course she's at the table. So our Reborn panel today will be like a bit of a Q&A. You guys, you can ask us some questions and we can ask you some questions, and we'll also talk about things, shit. I've got my Pepsi Max. Cheers. So we had a sleepover here last night at Angela's house on Lamb Island in Australia. It is so beautiful here. Hi, Alison.
She's not sitting there.
There's a lamb in the background. And we just laughed the night away. Laugh, laugh, laugh. Hi, Gigi.
Hi, Gigi.
We don't have any champagne with the breakfast. John, where's our bloody champagne?
Yeah,
John.
Raven didn't bring it. Raven didn't bring it. She was meant to.
Oh, Raven.
Yeah, well, everyone said
Hi, Gigi.
You can't bring her
I got
anywhere.
beer.
He's got beer.
got beer.
We're gonna do-
Oh,
So we're going to have lots of questions and things like that, but I want to start off with this really cool news. Hi, Terry. Look at this. That's Life magazine, and on the front. So, Mum, 8 babies at 63. Woo-hoo-hoo. It's so exciting. So if you're in Australia, get the That's Life magazine today, and you will have a part of Patricia in your life. And there is the story, and now I will read that to you later if we have time. Oh, bloody hell, where is it? No, that's not it. She's not having babies. Here we are. Look at that. Look at that for brekkie. Look at that spinach and cheese.
I had that for dinner.
Yum, yum. So anyway, here's the story here, and look who's up in the corner. Yours truly, it is me. And there's everyone there. There's Kerry Paulia and Laura. It's really, really cool. So it's a great story, and you got to be in it to win it. That's what they say.
Gotta be in it.
So, Dad, don't forget to get your copy. Hi, Blaze. I'm just whacking up my pants. They keep falling down, guys.
Whacking up your pants because they're falling
That's right.
down.
So, if anyone has any questions, I might miss them because I'm so far away, but ask them, and the Reborn panel, we will get some more girls here soon. Hey, going? I'm pretty bloody good. John's good. Anyway, I was just talking to my friend there, so don't think I'm a bit crazy. But if you have a question, you can ask me, and even though they're having their brekkie in the background, they will answer. So if there's any good questions.
Will we?
Oh, what's in?
What do we do?
So it's a bit of a fun day. It's going to
We're
be cool.
supposed to answer if we get questions.
Oh,
Can't talk with your mouth.
Gigi
dressed,
said
look.
she wants to be
Looks
here.
like I've had
Come on over, mate. We're ready.
In September.
Looks
Hey,
like I've had a big
maybe
night.
we've got to do another trip in September when she comes. Not only does she spend some time in Toowoomba at the beautiful Carnival of Flowers, but she can spend some time looking at lambs on Lamb Island.
Oh, yes, Gigi, please.
What is she here for? It's going to be a while. She's going to be here for a while.
Just tell her.
Unlimited. Okay.
Oops, sorry.
Booked in to come to Lamb Island. Gigi.
Oh, you just couldn't help
Okay.
it. Sit next to me.
Kylie said, did you say you are Lamb Island, Queensland? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Kylie, you're
Where is
around
she?
here. She is around here. I know she is. I think she's actually in Queensland. Tammy said, hugs, lady. That's Tammy's Tiny Tots in Canada.
Hi,
Everyone
Tammy.
loves Tammy. Yes, and we were just talking this morning. I've got my Christmas in July jumper on, true to Tammy's word. And here's my Lisa. And I've got a new
It's my Lisa.
your Lisa's there too. There's your Lisa. My Lisa was up there. Your Lisa's up there. I've got a new one for next, what do you call it? Theme for next month. Hi vlog. Oh, it depends how your sister is.
She's got two.
Terry said, I wish I lived closer to join in all the fun. Well, you're here for the fun today. Alison said next it's Strong Shows in September. Yes, September 28th or 29th. It's on a Sunday. So yeah, got to be there to be square. Okay, Reborn on the Sun has a question. Please ask away. You noticed the Christmas in July theme? What's that?
This is for Raven, this question.
Oh, this is for Raven.
I'm eating.
Needle and hook. Oh, thank you so much. Sharing the custom creations that Lisa and I run our shirt and whatever printing business. Yes.
Should I run and get the one?
Kylie says my sister Kathy lives. Oh, your sister Kathy. Wow. Angela, do you know anyone called Kathy on the island? Because Kylie
Kathy
Turnbull's-
Cash?
Kathy Cash?
Kathy Cash.
Yes,
Kathy
I know.
Cash? Because Kylie Turnbull, her sister lives on Lem Island.
Is it Kathy? Cash.
Is it Kathy Cash? Well, I'll have to
Yes.
wait. I got
No, well, she's a wonderful
Kim said
person.
she's missing the party.
And she's my friend.
29th of September. Reborn Under the Sun said, when are you going to teach the next Reborn class? I told everyone that. I have to sit down for this.
Can I
I'm going to do my next painting class at the beginning of next year. I'm so busy.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
All the time.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it's not going to be until January. So that's going to be the next class. I'm like, what?
Kathy Cash is an amazing artist.
She is. She's very
Okay, well,
talented
let's see if it
lady.
is
We
that
hope it's
Kathy.
her.
Oh,
Just
it's
going back to
Amy.
Kathy.
Amy's here. Why are you here? Hi, Amy. I love you. I miss you.
How's our godson?
How's Amani?
I bought Amani a present.
Yeah, Amani has a present. Hey. Hi, Astral. Amy says, hey, Mum. Hey.
We've got to do that.
Christmas in July, yes. Hey, Mum. I'm ignoring you, Amy, because it takes me so long to get down to everyone's messages. So I'm not ignoring you. It just takes time. Look at the That's Life magazine. I'm in it today under Patricia. Robin said, why is it I can't type it? Oh, you can type.
John's got a friend.
That's okay. Now I'm trying to get to Kylie.
Someone hasn't messaged
Blake
me
said, I'm
either.
interested in knowing as a newbie to the newbie reborn. Is it?
There he is.
How do you navigate the hundreds of artists and nurseries out there? Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so Blaze has said, I'm interested in knowing as a newbie to the newbie reborn world. I don't know. Well, how to navigate hundreds of artists and nurseries out there.
Okay, buddy.
That's a bit difficult. Is that in a question as in becoming an artist yourself or in choosing an artist to make your baby? That's a question. Hi, Sylvie. Everyone's saying hi to Amy. It's Kathy Turnbull. Do you know Kathy Turnbull?
I know a cat.
She knows a cat.
Is she married to Ian?
Who's she married to? Who's Kathy married to? And how many kids does she have? What number street does she live on? No.
Can you post a picture?
Gigi said, lovely, darling Amy, for sharing that with us. Oh, okay. Amy said, me, Amani. And Amani laughed for the first time last night while we were driving. And he was asleep. It was super cute. I missed that. I wouldn't have been in the car anyway. But anyway. In choosing an artist. Okay, well, we're going to ask this question around. So if anyone's saying anything, I'm not going to answer you until I get a chance to. Right? So be patient.
Yeah, be
In
patient.
choosing an artist, you just go directly to me. No, you don't, because I'm way too. Yeah. So if you go to Fantasy Reborns, that's a different thing. You go directly to Wicked Little Reborns, you get unlimited fantastic service. On Facebook, you can ask around and get pictures and find someone that you find gives you the best, well, maybe not the best price, but what, you've got to get that feeling. I always send people directly to Island Treasures. Where are you? Yes, where are you? It depends where you are, really. But yeah, I guess you just pick a few. Don't overwhelm yourself. Ask a few people to show you some photos.
Do your homework.
Yeah, do your homework.
Go
You might
professional.
get an A class. Go professional. But yeah, if you're wanting a custom baby, you've got to find someone first who will make a custom baby for you, and have a look at what babies they have to offer. That's really, really good. But ask questions. If it's a good artist, they should answer your questions. Marie said, Lynette, are you selling your videos?
Oh yeah, I know the lady. Yeah.
Is that me?
That's Kath's sister.
I don't sell my videos to make reborn babies. I just put them on YouTube, so they're free. Tammy said, everyone in this group has channels. Would be fun for any newbie. Yeah, absolutely. That is true. Amy said, and he is laughing and smiling a lot. I've just been gone one day. What the hell?
We have
so
food.
beautiful. You should have bought him.
I was going to bring him. Alison said, has there been anything said yet about reborns being down under where we were last time at teddy bears and crafts still up top? No. I don't think so.
Someone's sneaky.
That was so cute.
Reborn Under the Sunset. And Ed, when did your magazine come out? It came out yesterday. So if anyone wants them, I'm too busy and have no bloody money to buy shit. So ask Patricia to get you a copy. You'd have to pay her that, and she might be able to send it to you.
Or
But
just
since
go
it's
to your
about
nearest
her.
news agency.
They're in
Yes,
America.
in America.
Yeah, they're in America.
They're in
they won't
America.
get it.
She may be able to colour copy it.
Yeah, maybe she
That'd be
could
really
copy.
cool to have an Australian magazine.
Yeah, but yeah, if you want it, like, I think how much are they? $3.60 Australian to send this internationally.
That'd be nothing in
It
America.
depends how much it weighs. If it weighs under 50 grams, it would just cost you $3. So basically about $5.
$100. We'll post it.
$100 for you. That's you. Let's have a look. Vlog said yes. Annette, way too busy. I've been on the list since March 2018, and my baby's just getting started. Yes, just getting started now. It's pretty shit, isn't it? But it's happening.
She tells them there's at least a 12 month wait.
Mine are a 12-month wait at the moment.
It's really hard, isn't it?
Well, I've
And
got
at the
no
moment,
one.
like
Me neither.
my husband
Me
hasn't
neither.
been getting any work at all. No work at all. So I've had to put teacup off
Mainly
until
because I've
I
got
can get
4
work. So
girls.
my busy
And they
life
need
is
help.
doubled now because I also have to do teacups
And
job.
what's wrong with
So
doing
it's
it?
pretty terrible.
What did you think of?
Kylie said she was married to Scott and she
that's
has
because
4
I was bare
kids.
knuckle punching
Angela,
Kylie's married
Kylie's
to Scott.
married to Scott and has 4 kids.
Don't know her.
Kathy's married to
Okay.
Scott.
Yeah,
Is it
sorry.
land
Yeah,
owned or one
Kathy
of the others?
Cash.
Yeah, no.
Is it Kathy Cash?
Kathy and Scott, yeah.
Does she call herself Kathy Cash?
Kathy Cash.
She does.
Yep.
Over here she does.
If that's the person that they
Different.
love.
Well,
her.
maybe she's in witness protection. We shouldn't know that.
Not anymore.
Last tomato.
Mm. Take your life. Eat what you want.
Okay, and where are we up to? Sorry if I missed anyone. Gigi said we will get years of laughs and cuddles.
We went.
Yes, definitely you will. It is very exciting. That's really cool. She's amazing, isn't she? Terry said, I'm so excited. I'm fostering Annie's shape baby, and he's on his way. Wow, congratulations. That's really cool. You can't hear Michael in the background. You can hear John. That is Angela's husband.
And our
And
chef.
Our
he's
slave for
our
the
chef.
Yeah,
weekend.
made us amazing food.
Yeah, dinner last night. He's getting us drinks. He's just made a beautiful breakfast.
Made us lunch.
He made us lunch.
Mm,
Yes,
like a
beautiful.
What a guy.
I
What
want
a
one of
guy.
those lunch again. Yep. He's
Look at the high
amazing
pitch your
and
voice,
he's really
love.
great.
You know what? Don't go out.
He's amazing.
Everyone's doing great. But you lost your job last week and found via the news last season. A vlog, really? That's crazy. Gigi, you need my home address. Oh, okay. Mama said, anybody else having a bad video picture? I'm sorry if you are. I'm on island, so
First thing in
looks
the
really
morning.
So I wanted
my
to ask
face.
the question, and that is of all of you guys, so you have to answer one by one. So as in, if you were a newbie coming into the world of reborning,
Run.
and then going further and becoming an artist or whatever. How do you think about the prices and that? Is it an expensive hobby? Like talking about coming in and then in the long run. Lisa, go.
You can't put a price on the love they give you. You can't. Not on being able to hold one of those babies and just bond and know that it's there and it's always going to be there. You can't.
So what
put
about
price on
as
that.
an artist, if you're buying supplies?
As an artist, you just buy a little bit at a time, or you afterpay.
Afterpay is
It's
the
my
bomb.
friend.
That's a good idea. Amy said bye, love you all.
Bye,
Amy.
Amy.
Love you too.
Love you too.
I don't know how you knew I was on. Did Dad tell you? I gave him the link. And if you're there, Michael, I gave you the link, and I'm probably sure you can't talk to me because you can't navigate shit. But love you. And yeah, come up here today, and we'll stay here tonight. That's all right. Everyone says bye to Amy. Okay, so yeah, Raven, your answer on that.
Can we ask the question again?
Yes, so coming into the reborn world of artistry, do you think, or was it really expensive getting into it, and then how did it go in the long run? Did it continue to be
And keep it
expensive?
clean.
And
I can't swear.
keep it messy.
To start up, it's extremely expensive because you've got to buy your paints, you've got to buy your needles, you've got to buy your hair, you've got to buy the kits. I would recommend for a new artist to buy a cheaper kit, buy the cheaper kits at first to learn on, and buy a bulk paint package like Annette sells, like the
beginner pack.
the beginner pack, because that's really good value and a really good way to start out. I can't stress enough making sure that you know your craft and you've learnt what you're doing before you start selling. But when you do start selling, when you've got to the point where you can actually start selling babies, that's a good way of getting your money back and making it a self-sustaining hobby.
No, I agree. That's true too. Can you shut them out? She was trying to talk.
Yeah, I was talking,
That
Carrie.
was just so rude. Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm going to
Hang
throw
your
it out.
head. Right.
I'm going to throw a
Angela?
mushroom at you.
I've nothing to add really. The girls covered it pretty
They
much.
covered it.
Yeah.
They bloody well covered it.
Pretty
How about
good.
you, Mouth?
Yeah, she's got nothing to say.
not saying anything.
Good on you, Keza.
No, we love you, Gary.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm talking to you.
Hate mail. What's
What is
that?
that finger
I don't
you're
get
showing
hate
me?
mail.
That is
I
disgusting.
don't know what that is.
You're
Do
naughty.
you have anything to add in all
Did you eat
seriousness?
breakfast, Lisa?
No, nothing to add to that.
That's right, Mark.
I think
I do. It's no more
Want some
expensive than
tomato?
me going to the pub.
That is true.
Annette,
John, would you like to come meet Reborn Artist?
No,
That
I'm
was
too busy.
yummy, John.
Too busy.
Who's
Can't fit it
cooking?
into my busy
Are you
schedule.
done?
Yeah.
Busy
thank you.
retirement schedule.
Busy retirement schedule.
And he's barefoot in the kitchen for me. Thank you very much.
Barefoot
Put it
I am
in the
actually.
kitchen.
She could be pregnant.
He could be pregnant. We don't know about that.
That was yummy breakfast.
Judy said, Reborn on the Sun, yes, I will need your address. Marie said, I'm just wondering if you go back and read what everybody says after you get off the chat. Actually, sometimes I do. I don't often get a chance to. But if there has been a really interesting topic that we've talked about, yeah, I do. And it's nice.
Raven.
Thanks for that, Raven. That was really
As per
really
usual,
nice.
Raven is the pig in the background.
Sweet. But yeah, I do, and because I like to hear what you guys say, and even though I don't sort of let you guys know, although I didn't like what someone said the other day on one of my magical realism lessons, she said there was too much chatter and it's a lot of raving on and bull crap, and she thought it was rubbish and she didn't want to anymore. I said, I'm giving the lessons for free. Get your head together.
Yeah.
But anyway, you get that sometimes. Tammy's Tiny Tot said it is really expensive to start out for sure. It can be really expensive to
Unless your
start out.
husband gives it to you as a Christmas gift.
That's right. You can actually, buy the whole thing, but I do find in the long run it gets cheaper. Like once you've got your paints and your needles and you're all good to go, you only really have to keep buying a new kit or maybe some top-up paints, and generally that's not too much. It's sort of doable. But yeah, like Lisa said, you know, if you do want to start out, you know, you can just do it bit by bit and build up your package. I know Reborn Under the Sun did that and got to the stage where she was able to practice, so that's okay. Gigi said Angela has 0 to add, question mark. She's
Sorry, Gigi.
It is sweet, Marie, but I do like to just hear what you guys have to say. And sometimes it can be overwhelming if we're talking about something and I can't really get back to talking in that moment. Say like now when we're asking questions, some people have interesting things to say in between.
Why don't you go for a wander into Angela's craft room and see what you do need?
Yeah, God, that's a wonderland. Marie said, I have used your videos to reborn a baby. Yeah, and a lot of people have. And the person that had complained about me chatting so much, I said, well, it was a live stream, giving people the option to ask questions as I was going. And, you know, if you just have a bit of patience, you know, you will get there. And we all got there. You're welcome, Marie. Gigi said, I like the chatter. Christmas gift, Mother's Day gift. Just be your cool person, great gift stuff. Yeah, exactly. Astral said, so what if it's chatter? Just fast forward. Yeah, exactly. She said it was
I'm just
unprofessional
eating
of
this.
me to
This is
talk
nice.
to other people in the background.
Even colder room.
I said, okay. But anyway, that lady.
If she didn't like it, go somewhere else.
That's right. I said what you need to do is get pay for
for
one-on-one lessons. You know, pay for one-on-one lessons. I said this is me giving my free time. You know, so
Which you don't
move
have much
along
of.
if you don't want. And we've got a family going on here too. Of course, family are going to chat. Amy said, my husband is going to use your videos when we get more thinner so he can pay. Oh, excellent. That's awesome. You're coming to Florida in 11th of August. Deb said, do you know when Matilda will be sent here? You have to ask Patricia. Patricia and Laura are going to send off Mateo and Matilda on the same day. So I'm not sure on that date. They did tell me, but it's past my mind. But it'll be probably the next week or so. Belle said, thank you, Sonia. I keep trying to tell her when she's looking. Lisa, you're going to come over here and sit with me? Yes. Bella's going to be, Bella's going to be a grandma. That's exciting. Kathy Piston?
Is that Bella Swan?
No, they're still going on the Kathy Cash.
Maybe she uses different last names.
But Kathy, the
Kathy's
one,
married to Scott. How many Kathy's married to Scott could be on this island? There's like
that's right. The island's very small. So it's probably the right one.
There is a cat, but husband's anyway.
Marie said, I'm in my husband wants to try to root. We're going to see how. Oh, good job.
What does she do?
We've got one of the panel here. This is Lisa. Everyone remembers Lisa. She comes to my live stream from time to
What
time.
did you say, Raven?
And Raven! She kept poking her head in. That's really cool. You can sit on her lap right there. So, does anyone have any questions like that they would like to ask? Well, we've got 5, reborn artists here. It can be anything. It can be in relation to being a reborn mummy, or it can be in relation to being a fantasy reborn mummy.
Excuse me, I'm going to run.
You've got the runs.
No, I'm going to run. Sit on your knee.
Or it can be about being an artist.
I'm going to leave now.
That was quick.
Mateo does have a twin cousin now with Ashel's. So cute. So cute. Reborn Under the Sun said, okay, cool. Gigi, if you stop here in Florida, Jacksonville, let me know. Okay. Belle's editing a video, so gotta go have a go. Okay, no worries. Cool. Now,
making all your stuff.
okay. I've got a question. How hard is it to sell a reborn? Basically, that's it. How hard is it to sell a reborn baby?
It's very hard.
Very hard?
Only because, the only ones I've sold have been to
I didn't.
But-
Honest, I didn't.
You're bringing this little person to life, whether they're real or not, and it's the creativity that you're putting into them. You're watching them get their own little personalities, do their own funny little stuff, and you're just like, I don't want to give it up anymore. The Levi I did, it was so hard. I was hoping the lady didn't finish paying for him so I could keep him because I got so attached. But yeah, it's hard.
You do get attached to the dolls you make.
Can we before you whiz in there, can you give me your little bobbers?
Oh, I was going to bring you one so she
Oh,
could
thank
see.
you. Oh, we got a baby here, and Raven does our fantasy babies, and these are for sale, by the way. They're so
House
cute.
elves. I love the house
Give
elves.
me
house
Joel,
elves?
I'll take one.
No, no. You
I'll
take-
have Joel.
Okay,
Oh,
so
sorry, Joel.
oh, you're so Raven, are you being in a fantasy world? How hard is it to sell fantasy babies? Are you finding like that's? Because there might be
Well,
some.
now that I'm established, it's not hard. Like I've got a waiting list at the moment. So once you're established and if you are a good artist,
Which we don't do a lot.
yeah, you
So you
don't
get a bit of a
you don't
following.
really, yeah, you get a following, you get people in demand. I think being a prototype artist too now, it's
Yes, I should really announce that this is Raven from Wicked Little Reborns, who is a prototype artist to two of Jade Warner's amazing kids.
And she's at my house.
She is. Whoop, whoop.
I need your autograph, Raven.
Yes.
Very naughty.
Can you autograph my
your butt.
Really far from it.
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
you can do
ask,
the
but I
butt
thought
and
I
then you
better
be
not.
like tattoo it like a Cabbage Patch Kid.
This isn't one of mine. No, this clown one's not mine. I didn't make this one.
She was
This
a
is
birthday
Christian-
present.
Yeah, she was my birthday present. This is Christian Hammond's work, and she's my baby.
So if anyone, wants to buy a couple of twin house elves, they are for sale. You can go on Facebook and find Wicked Little Reborns, and they are just so cute. I think you will sell that. You are selling them singly, but there
Yeah,
is a
singly or
discount
as a pair.
as twins. And
As a pair, they are cheaper. They're about $200 cheaper if I sell them as a pair.
they're absolutely beautiful. So that's just some of the things you can get buying from Wicked Little Reborns.
And I do have extra kits if you want custom.
Oh, okay, if you want custom. I will get to your question in a minute, Reborn Under the Sun. But yeah, so that's a little niche that people are especially going for. What about you, Angela? Do you sell babies?
Yeah,
You don't really push out to sell them, do you? You just make them and if
someone wants one, I'll make it.
yeah. So you're not fighting the battle of dealing with other people.
No, not really. But people see them, they want one, then I'll make it. If they don't, then they don't need to.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Keza?
You
Here's
you
our,
do
come
a lot
on.
more along the clothes line than the dolls.
Yeah, that's
You do
true.
give
Angela,
Angela
as
away
we know,
late.
makes amazing clothes. Just look her up on Facebook, Island Treasures. You can always talk to her if you want
And she
a
makes
baby
clothes to fit.
made. Yes.
Yes, you tell her what you want and she can do it.
Yes, she
She
does
is
amazing
amazing.
things.
Oh, thanks, lady.
You know, she makes dressing gowns and she makes blankets and she makes
Beanies.
beanies.
Didn't she make that beanie on that little baby's
Yeah.
head?
Yes,
Yes,
this
that's
little
it.
fella
So
here
good.
who's showing off his mummy's design.
Did you want to get plast, John? You have to go around the long way.
Oh no! Don't upset the cook. Come on.
You, Keza, you don't.
Excuse me.
John's gone by. Thanks, John. You don't really sell babies. You never get to that stage, have you?
Who's this? Oh,
She
Yeah.
gives them to
Thank
her
you.
friends.
I don't give them.
Kerry overthinks her babies, which are beautiful, but she's a perfectionist, which is a good quality to have as an artist. But she enjoys reborning as well anyway, so is available, I'm sure, if anyone wanted to buy a baby. So Reborn Under the Sun said, oh yes, what would you recommend on routing, as I'm still having needles breaking on me, only have one left. Okay, so
Are you using heat in your head?
yeah, the heat.
The heat.
And you
Really
can put
relax.
Vaseline on your needle too. That works.
And
Oh,
good
Vaseline.
quality needles. Good
Stick-
quality needles.
Stick your needle in Vaseline.
Buy
and
the
then,
heat lamps from
wipe it
Annette.
off,
Okay.
and then that makes it easier to slide in.
Okay, bit of lube.
Oh, slide in.
The first doll I did, the first baby I did the head
Sorry.
without any heat lamp or anything, and it really is hard, and you do break the needles. Now I've got the heat lamp, and I just turn it on and off as the temperature needs it, and I haven't broken any needles since.
But in the beginning, you will break a lot of
Yeah,
needles.
because you're learning.
If you think you're
It's
not
hard.
going to, you're delusional. You'll break lots and lots.
It's hard.
I found
Unless you're Angela, who is amazing.
if I broke needles in the very beginning, it was mainly because of the quality of needle. I was buying really cheap needles and they were really fragile and they'd break really easy. But also some kits have a harder head.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's true too.
yeah.
Some kids do have a hard.
Yeah, so, and rather than doing a stabbing method, do more like,
Weaken over time and will break. I've done it to the girls again. But if you're going a bit of slow motion, it will take longer. This is how what I had to put up with last night. How the heck did I get to? Is that what I meant? Is that just because I said the word shaft
And putting it in.
and putting it in and rooting and
But,
lube?
but seriously, you've got to take your time.
Stop
It is.
it.
It's
I'm assaulted.
Do you take your time, Angela? Don't insult me.
Yes, I do.
John, do you take your time?
It's not something you
I
can
do.
rush. Hair
No,
rooting is
that's
not
right.
something you either love it and you can sit there for many
Rooting
hours
something
like I
can't
do.
rush.
I find it
Grime
therapy.
it first.
But yeah, you've got
Look
to
at these girls. They've
Grime it, get it ready,
got
get it
minds
nice
in the
and
gutter.
warm.
Get the bloody hell
Lube it
outside
up
in
and
the
then
gutter.
go
hard
for
to get
it.
good help. I am Lamb Island. They're off their chop.
Yeah, no one needs drugs or alcohol here.
Oh.
Yes.
well, I had alcohol last
You
night.
did.
Yeah.
She had a little hip flask.
Raven had her port.
And she didn't share it either.
You had
So going back to that,
Have
quality
some
needles.
crime.
But sometimes I have got the cheapest needles here at Aussie Reborn Supplies, and they sell the best. And like I had a 42 gauge 3-barb needle. It was only $7 for 10. Everyone bought it. It was crazy.
That was
I've sold
actually a
out
good
at the
needle.
moment. It's on its way back in, but that was amazing. So,
I like that needle. That's one of my
and
favorites.
sometimes I have the most expensive needles, and they're absolute crap. So I think you've just got to find your kind of a niche. In
Each
your
person
business.
finds their own.
Yes, like my go-to needle is 40 gauge 1-barb. Love it, always love it. I can get through a whole head without a break.
I've always had good
Can you
needles off
really?
you, though.
Get through head without a break.
Pardon me.
Of hair.
Time
Lisa.
consuming.
No, I'm just thinking she must
I know you
be
were. I saw you.
because there's a lot of hair on the bubbies.
I have a lot of breaks. I tell you, I have a lot of
I
breaks.
was gonna say you need break.
He's got hair under his hat. A little bit, not a lot.
Aww.
But he's got little white blonde.
See, his
Yeah.
little fine bubba.
Little blonde hair.
That is cute.
Twinning it. They're twinning it.
Twinned it.
Marie said, put little elf outfits on and put them under the tree at Christmas. That is a cute idea.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Angela is.
That's
gonna
really
get you
cute
some
idea.
elf outfits. Like these little elves. Sorry. Terry has a question. She said, if you were to buy a second-hand owner baby, how would you feel with it having an artist signature on it?
I wouldn't want it.
Okay, Kerry's going to start the panel now. Kerry?
Over to you, Raven.
No, I'm asking
No.
you like
want
a
to
second-hand
turn.
baby,
Yep.
and it's got some artist signature on it. How do you feel about it?
The artist that painted it.
Is that the artist that's painting it? I think so.
It's
If
Kerry's
you were to buy a
turn.
second owner baby, how would you feel with it having an artist signature on it?
Why are you only ever quiet when you ask the question, but when we don't want you to talk?
Yeah, bloody hell. Does anyone else want to join this panel?
I
There's
actually-
more room for more people.
I actually think, yeah, it'd be good to have who has painted it on there. Whether they've signed the bottom on the cloth or something. Because if you're going to resell it, you've got to go, now, I brought that off such and such. Like my little girl, Mia, I have no idea who painted her.
Yeah, can Mia come over here? Come on, Mia, make an entrance.
Mia,
Come on,
Mia.
Mia. A round of applause for Mia. Come on, Mia. Maya, off you walk over here.
I think too, it is very important to pay homage and respect to the artists that actually
Yeah.
make these dolls, because
So-
it's a lot of work,
You know, you can see
and you
me.
should respect that person's work. So I don't mind if they're signed.
I have a theory.
Mia
What about
has,
a sig-
you know,
silly
to
bit?
me, this baby
yes.
is my world. You know, and I would take her to work every day. I would take her everywhere. I have no idea who painted her. I can't thank them for giving me this beautiful baby because I brought her second hand. But she's everything I've ever wanted in a baby.
She's everything I am.
One thing I would like to say is I personally don't like signatures on the body of the baby. I just think it looks a bit messy and reminds me that feels like they've sat in mud or something. I don't like it. But I personally, I have a like a tag, like a tag,
Like a clothes
a
tag.
clothes tag, made up, and I sew it to the back of my baby.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Quilters do that when they make quilts.
Yeah.
They always sign it and they always like write what the name of the quilt is.
For me, I personally like it because I just feel like if you're getting like a Nico pen or something and
That's
writing on it can look a bit dirty.
Yeah.
At least this is nice, and if people really hate it, they can cut
But
it
yeah,
off.
if you're
Yeah.
buying it second hand, and like the lady I brought her off was only because I said I was looking for a Saskia, but the right one. She posted a photo of her, brought her, didn't even think twice because she was perfect. But that lady couldn't remember who the artist had been. So
That's a shame, because she's a really beautiful doll.
she is.
Yeah.
So someone out there in Reborn World painted my girl, and all I can say is thank you. You've given me the best treasure
Yeah.
on Treasure Island.
She's lovely.
Treasure
Yeah.
Island.
Treasure Island.
Deb has a baby being made by Raven.
Yes, she does. Caspian.
And Vlog said, yes, I have to buy a baby again from Raven. That is Melissa.
Yeah, yes.
I miss you too. We miss you too, Deb.
Oh, hi, Deb.
Hi, Deb. Elaine's
Hi,
not here, I
Deb.
don't think.
Hi, Elaine.
I wish you could afford a heating lamp, but we'll try and see. Otherwise, you can always get like the little, like I also sell, I'm not saying to buy off me, but I also sell like the little heat packs.
Yeah.
They're only about $6.95 or something. Put them in the microwave and then you put them in the head. It sort of just warms a bit. A lot of people actually, what they heat up socks or something. They put something in socks.
Yeah.
Wheat.
They put wheat in their own socks. Hopefully not a smelly sock because that might make your baby smell like
Or
a bit
rice.
like
You can
foot.
put
You
rice in too.
Make your own
Rice.
heat pack if you can sew.
Yeah.
Go to the pet shop or your health food shop, buy some wheat, buy some rice.
Or rice.
Make your own.
Don't leave it in the microwave too long because it will catch on fire.
Yeah, about 5-10 seconds at a time.
Isn't it?
Put a glass of water in it because your rice will burn.
Or you can put a glass of water, yes, in the microwave because otherwise your rice will.
And
Well,
after
then-
you're finished, you can eat it.
Yum, yum. Yum, yum. Tammy said 3 grandchildren in 1 year, spend 2 on the way and maybe a 2-year-old. What? Okay, that's going to take me back. That's I need to talk to you about that. You're going to try the 40 gauge needles. Good. Reborn on the Sun said the dollar light bulb thing down the dollar shop. I'm thinking about trying to stick up the doll's head. Just make sure it's not an expensive doll head. Just something cheap or something. Otherwise, you don't want to wreck anything. Gigi said, "Who can go a whole head without a break? I break needles all the time." Okay, there she goes again. So sorry if I miss a few messages. I'm just trying to get down. Vlog said she would love to have it signed. So that's one thing too. If you really loved having it signed, please make sure you ask your artist. Did that sound like ask your artist?
Yeah.
Please make sure you ask your artist for them to sign it because
So-
they definitely will. I've been asked before and I have signed a baby.
So
like
maybe
Jim Carrey.
artists out there need to maybe consider making little tags like you have.
Yeah.
So that when your babies end up on Lisa's knee on YouTube, someone will know that you did that.
Yes, exactly.
And they can contact you for the work.
And if you definitely need a signature like this one, I actually, talking about that, how I said I didn't like signature. If I was to get a Raven baby, I'd definitely like it signed.
Yes.
I think it's.
But I probably wouldn't do a big signature on the body. I'd probably just do something elegant.
Maybe you could paint a little raven symbol on
I
their
have
feet.
done that, yeah. Oh, on the feet.
On the foot, yeah.
I like
Yeah,
that. A
make it look
raven
like little
birthmark.
veins. Yeah, birthmark.
I like that.
Yeah. That's a good
Work
idea.
on that one.
Lisa.
You're such an ideas girl. I know.
Blaze said, "What do you say about having a painted head baby rooted? Is it rude to the artist?" Gee, that's a hard one. How would you
What was
feel
that?
if you had just painted your baby's head and she bought a baby and then she went and got it rooted by someone else? Would you find that offensive? No, you wouldn't. No.
I think
Oh, it
There's
depends
such a-
on how much work I did put
And
into
how
the
good a job.
painting. And how, and if it's a good job.
John, put that away. I've seen it already today.
Oh, I haven't.
Oh, don't show anyone on YouTube. They'll all want one.
Oh,
The only thing that
man.
really did upset me was when someone once got one of my dolls as a gift, stripped it and repainted it in a day very badly.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was heartbreaking.
What a disgusting person.
Yeah, but
that's
just
dreadful.
I think you'd have to be careful with
That's
rooting over paint though,
Yeah,
painted hair.
Such is.
Because
I
it can
did-
crack.
I rooted
it's
over
very-
drawn hair.
With
Annette taught me to do that on the last baby I did.
Yeah.
I drew her hair on and then rooted over it just to give it the depth.
But that was your own baby. So that
No,
wasn't
that was when I was sewing to Mary.
Yeah,
That
but
was her little
it was your own
Yes,
work.
yes.
Yeah.
But I think it comes again into the individual. When
Oh.
you've seen the baby, you want it painted. Then you get it and you go, you know what? I would really like a bit of hair on it. If that's the case, maybe contact the person that did the painting
Painted it,
and ask
yeah.
them if they could root over it.
Yeah, because it's better to keep the baby as all their work
Yeah.
in case you do want to sell it.
Authentic,
Yeah,
Authentic.
authentic.
Instead of going, well, this person did the toes and that person did the nose and that person did the hair. It's better to keep it all in the.
Yeah.
And you
All in
know
the
the artist's
family.
work, the one that's, you've got the artist's work right in front of you.
Respect your artist.
And,
Yeah.
you know that artist is going to do a good job on the doll because it's their doll.
What is that camera doing, John? Put it away. Where were you? Okay.
This looks like he's a naughty boy.
Here's the naughty.
Look at him doing
This is
that.
very
Put it up on
cheeky.
his Facebook.
Raven, do you have a therapy baby?
Yes, I do. It's Wolfie
It's
and
Wolfie.
Ebony.
Oh,
Everyone knows
he's
Wolfie.
beautiful.
I've got my favourites. So it's
Really?
Wolfie and Ebony.
You can't have
Um,
favourite children.
I
Raven.
do.
I would have thought it was Thornton.
Thornton.
Torsten.
Torsten. No, he's just a good one. But my two therapies are either Ebony or Wolfie. They're my ones that.
Oh, Chloe.
Yeah, Chloe's cool
Yeah,
as
I
well.
love Chloe.
This
She's
one,
lovely.
like Wolfie,
The time she ran a tantrum because
yeah, he wasn't very happy. Yeah, he wanted, but he always goes out like he's always going to Auntie Annette's. But so I've bought Ebony, but Ebony's quite special because she was given to me for my birthday by my two very special friends. So she is my therapy because when I hold her, I'm holding my friends.
So is that like, what do you feel is different about Ebony and Wolfie compared to all of your other babies? What is it? Is it just that you like the kit better? Is it prettier, or is it the size, the way they feel? Is there anything that makes them?
Well, Wolfie's really special because when I do paint my dolls, I do put a little bit of a soul in them. That's why my dolls are very lifelike. Like I do paint them like they're going to be a real person. Wolfie is someone that he because he's mine
John
and
was
I
flashing
painted
me.
him.
Hey, Flasher.
And he's like my own son. He's like my
It's
own
definitely
son.
like your own son.
Whereas Ebony's like an adoption because she was painted by a really awesome artist over in the States. Kristen's in the States. Yeah, so Wolfie is probably my biggest heart because he's basically my baby, but Ebony is very special too.
And Carrie, you look like you need to talk over there.
You should
Do
come
you
and
have-
sit here.
Do you have a therapy baby? You do.
use your words, don't point.
Use your
Come and
words.
sit here.
Just told me to talk.
God, you
I
won't.
said you bloody talk now and bloody talk. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
you always talk when you're not supposed to.
Yeah, use your words.
Sorry.
Bring your baby and come and sit here.
No.
Because she doesn't like
Can
it.
I
She
show
looks on
the
the
camera what?
Yes, please.
But we love it.
This is Kerry's.
This is Kerry's therapy baby. So, Kerry, what does he bring to your life?
Comfort.
I think you're going to swear.
I can understand that because he's got a note. He's like holding a real baby.
He's gorgeous to hold.
So, Kerry, of course, like many of us, all of babies have grown up and left the nest, and she is still very maternal. Who agrees with that?
Yes.
And so, you know, this can keep her maternal side going. Are you like stuck on him, or are you willing to open your your life
Broaden
to
your
more
horizon.
comfort?
What's in legs? What?
Is it like have you got more room in your heart for more than one therapy baby is the question there. Yes. So,
Use your words.
yeah, bloody
Use
no one
your
can see your
words.
head.
Mouth.
What's your words, Gary?
Yes.
That was a bit sexy. is that your phone voice?
Oh, don't start us.
Angela and I have got the same slippers. Just to add
We
that.
do.
That's really random.
Unicorn. Sorry if I broke your leg then.
No, I'm pretty flexible.
Okay.
She is. I got the photos to prove it.
Here's Silicon. Okay, she talks in the background now. Oh, old tart. And what is his name? What is his name?
Loudly.
Did anyone hear
No.
that? Hang on. No, no one heard that.
Nobody
Be
heard it.
louder. No.
Isabel.
Oh, your mum won't even say your name out loud.
She's just
Say
me.
my
Seriously.
name. Say my name.
Give me that. Give me that.
Oh.
Oh, goes the
Here's Isaac. Since his stupid mother won't open her bloody mouth, she opens her mouth every other time of the day. Who wants to shut it? We all do.
Yeah, we had to gag her last night just so we could sleep. Kinky. He's gone.
He's gone. You pissed him
Yeah,
off.
you can't. No, he's not going to save you this time.
Angela, do you have a therapy?
Come get
baby?
your
No.
kid, Keza.
Have you just haven't been?
I'm just waiting for my one to come
Carrie.
along.
Okay,
The
so
right one.
you're still hopeful that there's a
Just
one.
throw him.
There's got to be one
I
somewhere
can't.
for me.
Yep.
Come and get him.
Yeah.
Come and get your baby.
I've
think
got
he
lots of
poos.
babies,
Still
but not
poo.
one that I've really. I love them all, but not one that's special
Yeah,
over the other one.
fair enough. And
So-
of course we've got Mia here. Do you have another one? Or is it just Mia really?
Just Mia.
I wonder who yours would be, Annette. There's,
who
you've
would
got
Yeah,
two,
you've got
don't
two.
you?
Who's your
I'm
fave?
sure
have
you've
two.
got two.
And then you've got all
favourites.
your silicon babes.
I don't really
Two.
like my silicon babies.
Then sell them.
No, I can't, because then I'll want them back. I should sell them. I need money. But yeah, of course it's Mateo and Matilda.
Yeah.
And Matilda is almost back to me, and I really can't wait. It's like at the best time
Can't
in my
wait
life
either.
that I really need her. I'm really, some days when it's really hard, you're just like, I'm not even going to get into it. I do this all the time.
Yeah.
But some days when it's really hard, I just wish that one of them. So they definitely do make a difference, and I am definitely, I'm definitely an ambassador for that, because I never believed in that. Kind of like, not you don't believe, but it just hasn't hit you yet. It didn't hit
Yeah,
me for
yeah.
many years, and then when it did, it was amazing. And yeah.
Didn't really hit me till I got Mia. Like I had other babies before Mia. I had Jacob that you made, and,
Yep.
and quite a few others that I've got. And then I've got Mia. And then I got Dorian off Raven because I had never held him until the day I owned him, that he became mine, because I was that certain if I picked him up I'd never put him down.
Yeah.
So he holds a very special place in my heart.
Elaine says, "Hi, Raven.
Hi,
Is
Elaine.
Junior on his way yet?
Not yet because I'm on the island.
On the island?
Yeah, we're isolated.
So I'll be
Yeah, the
packing him up
ferry
this
broke
afternoon.
down. We're gonna stay here today. Oops, sorry.
No boats now. That's it.
I'm packing him up when I go home, Elaine.
Whenever that may be.
Yeah.
Hi, Tamina. You're very welcome. Reborn under the sun.
Reborn.
Terry said, question. So if you were to buy a bald baby as an artist, do you think it would be disrespectful to root it with hair?
Yourself or get someone else to do it?
Yeah,
As an
yourself.
artist, she's saying.
I think like for me, like if I was to buy a bald baby, I would definitely ask the person I bought it off. I mean, at the end of the day, you're the one that's paid the money for it. It now belongs to you to really choose what you want to do with it. But out of respect, you could simply just say you'd love to have hair on it, and do they mind
But
if
if
you
I
added
want a
hair?
bald
I probably
baby, I'd
wouldn't.
want a bald baby.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't buy a baby I don't like.
No.
No.
Well, if you want to change it,
If I was to
don't
buy
buy
one, I'd buy one that I
it.
totally
Buy one that
like.
you really.
But yeah,
don't
some
want
artists
to change.
don't do hair.
Well, I brought the
Oh
little,
well, yeah. Good.
my little girl that I brought off Lainey, Cammy, I brought her off Lainey, and she's bald. And Lainey said, "Look, you know, if you at any stage you want to put hair on her, that's fine." But I was just so in love with that kid that I was happy to have her bald because I wanted that baby painted by that artist. So I could say before she become rich, you know, famous overseas, I got one of those babies. Got one of those babies.
I think, like really depends who you're getting it off too. Sometimes we just buy it off some random and you just do it. But if they were like a custom artist and popular, you might
Give them
respectfully
respect.
ask
Yeah.
them.
I always, like, if I had a customer who bought a bald baby of mine and they came back and asked for hair, I'd give them hair.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would.
so
I
that
would
was
too.
your
Because
work.
I do have a service where for dolls that people have owned for a long time, I do take them back to restuff them and stuff because the polyfill settles in the body.
It does sell, yeah.
So I do have a refresh service. So
Everyone should have a refresh service.
yeah.
It's like your laundry, you chuck
Can I
it in,
book
get a
myself
date,
in,
pick it up.
Raven?
Yeah.
You want a bit of
I'll
a
do
I'm
some
refresh?
stuffing.
refresh.
A bit of a restuff?
Oh no, I need to have some taken out.
Oh, okay.
Just take some
A
of my
stuff
stuffing
suck.
out.
Is it
yeah.
liposuction?
I don't know. I have to ask Raven. I'm booked in there.
Is that Raven's
Yeah.
action?
Next week,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
no,
did the
it's
makeover on the
it's a
tink.
stuffing
Yes, tinks are
suction.
nice. I love the tinks.
I love Tink.
Kieran wants to know where Wolfie is. Wolfie's at home with Daddy.
Yeah, Wolfie's at home with Daddy because Wolfie's been having lots of outings lately and poor Ebony hasn't been getting many outings. Plus Wolfie on the school holidays when he's not going to kindy, he'll be going to visit Patrizia and Deb and Elaine.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
So,
cute.
Yeah, he's got some exciting things coming up. So it's Ebony's turn today.
Yeah, they got to take turns.
Go to kindy.
Yeah, he goes to kindy now. He's
So
walking.
sorry if I
He's a
haven't,
big boy
if I
now.
missed people's messages. I'm really sorry, but I'm just trying to get through a few questions. Tammy said I have two babies that are ones I'm drawn to when having anxiety attacks. You do find that you are drawn to
Keep them
certain
close,
ones.
Tammy. Keep
Yep.
them close.
Yeah, I wonder if the type of doll that you're drawn to depends on how you're feeling. Like if you're having a panic attack, if it's a certain doll, but if you're just wanting comfort, whether it's another different doll.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's true,
amazing.
too.
That's true. Mine's always Mia.
Mm.
And I mean, I suffer a lot of mental health issues, and so does my husband. And it's Mia. Mia for me. And my husband was just recently in hospital, and he took Ivor, and Ivor is, what kid is Ivor, Raven? Ferdinand. And he actually took Ferdinand to hospital with him. And just for that extra comfort and support, he had his baby in hospital with him.
Angela, Kylie Turnbull said if you do see her sister Kathy Hilton,
Do you want to sit here and
can you say hi to her for her?
Okay, I'll do that.
Squirrel said I started collecting because of anxiety too, but now I'm selling a lot of them to get other types to make crochet. Okay, Terry has another question. What do you ladies think of the new phase of breastfeeding your reborns? Now, I did this last week I talked about this, but I talked about this and no one wants to hear the bloody hell what I have to say again. Angela.
Well, if people put it out there, they're going to get whatever people want to say. If you want to keep it private, then that's your business. But
Yes, that is
I
very
don't
true.
really care
It's just
one
like
way
anything.
or the other. But if you're going to put it on YouTube, you've got to expect people to bag you for it
Yeah.
because not everybody likes it. So
That's right, and that's what makes the world go around. We're all
Yeah,
different. If
that's
we're all the
it.
same, it'd be pretty
do whatever
weird.
you want. I don't
Just
really,
imagine this team here. If we're all the
doesn't
same.
matter
How
to me,
boring.
yeah.
I actually had a market stall and a lady came up and started breastfeeding one of my dolls.
Oh, no.
And I was just like, oh, well, each to their own. I mean, different people find comfort in different ways. And if they want to go that realism in their doll collecting, then
But with their own, not yours.
I know, but, you know, I'm not going to, you know.
Yeah.
She didn't actually put milk on it. She just held it up and was like.
She may have wanted to see that it was the right baby.
Yeah,
and-
she might have just been wanting to see how it
At
feels.
the end
and
of the day, it's just skin.
yeah, the
Unless we have milk coming
boobs are
out.
so controversial.
Yeah.
They
Everyone,
are really,
everyone
aren't
goes
they?
crazy when a pair of boobs comes flopping out.
Calm down, John.
Yeah.
What about you,
He
Liz?
walked in at the good time.
Breastfed or formula fed?
She's
For
formula
those
fed. I never breastfed in my biological children because my mother said I never had time to be doing that stuff. But again, no, if I'd ever had a
Pepsi
fourth
Max
child,
comes out
I
of
would
mine.
have loved to have
Yes.
breastfed because of the fact that it's a bonding.
No.
Yeah.
You know,
It
it's
is
that
a
one
bonding.
special time that no one else can take away from you.
Wait, Ebony, come back. Yeah, that might be why people do the breastfeed of a reborn because it's bonding for them. They
Yeah,
want
it's
that bonding with a
Yeah,
newborn.
it's that one time that, you know, if your baby's bottle fed, like, you know, any man can feed your baby, but if you're the person who do that,
I think I go back to what Angela said too. You know, each to their own. In your own privacy, you know, it's up to you. No one has to know what you're doing, and if it makes you feel happy, you know, mental health wise, and you know, getting through your own coping mechanism of life, then that's fine. But if you do put it out there in public, you know, come on. You'd have to be nuts to think you're not going to get some backlash from
everybody
someone.
gets judged.
People
it doesn't
who,
matter what you do,
people
you're
who
going to be judged.
breastfeed a
Real
real
baby.
baby in public get bagged out.
Yeah.
That's what I said last week. Amy doesn't like to breastfeed in public. She half formula feeds just because of that, because of the stigma put on. She's a bit, you know, a bit uneasy about that. And I feel that's sad because now the baby's half because of people's judgmental, and she's still young. But I wouldn't, you know. But it is terrible. But
It's natural. Boobies feed babies.
in all
Well,
animals.
In
Yeah.
all animals.
Yes.
It gives life.
Exactly.
And I know that that's a fake, Joel. But yeah, definitely each to their own if that makes you better. But yeah, probably keep it in private if you don't want that backlash.
Well, yeah.
And come on, let's be serious. Most of the reborn community love gossip and drama.
Oh my
they
God.
love it. They
They do.
thrive on it.
Thrive
You
on
know,
it.
so
And sometimes it's really fashionable or a bit of a fad to hate on something or someone in particular, and everyone jumps on that butcher's bandwagon, even if they're not involved, and hates on people or an idea. And you know, make up your own minds, people.
Yeah.
exactly. And we all know that attention can be in both ways. You
Yeah.
get good attention, you can get bad attention. I don't even know where this breastfeeding thing happened, but if it was on YouTube and she's getting 1,000 people looking at her, you know, you're helping her to raise her channel. So bad attention. I mean, I've said I could bring on a
Maybe
reborn
I
and
should-
smack it
Maybe
and
I
get
should
bad
breastfeed
attention.
on YouTube so I can start getting
Yeah.
bloody paid.
You know, maybe it's just a little bit of a gimmick to get likes or whatever, or dislikes, who knows. But yeah, if I smacked a reborn, you know, let's say I brought Mateo on here and I gave him a good smack.
Unless
People
you're
would be horrified.
no.
Could you imagine it?
Oh
So,
my
I'm not
God.
gonna
We
smack
bend
it.
you
No,
over
I-
and give you a smack.
Yeah.
We call
No,
we
we
call
wouldn't, because
children's
she'd like that,
services.
Raven.
You would get such big smacks.
No, she would like that, so we wouldn't do that.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, I suppose it's rather enjoyable.
Yes,
isn't it?
no, yeah. We found that out, didn't we?
Did we smack each other last night?
I
spooned
snapped
it.
it.
We spooned.
There was 3 in the bed.
And the little one said,
Don't roll over on me.
She kept telling Raven to back up.
we were all
She
naked.
did.
We were naked.
There's pictures
Yeah.
to prove it.
Yeah, we got picked with
Yeah, Lisa took
On that
pictures.
phone.
Oh,
But I hope that answers your question. And anyone else out there, you know, like anything you're going to do in that sort of situation, like I said, smacking, anything that's toy.
Taboo in the real
Taboo.
world.
That's right. In the real world, it's going to be taboo, definitely, on babies and that.
But you can't please everybody, so why try?
Yeah.
what are you doing?
What have you ladies got in the cans? I've got Pepsi Max. They don't have cans.
I'm having a cup of tea.
Cup
I
of
had
tea.
water.
I'm having port. No, I'm not. I
She
drank
drank
it
So
all.
she drank that all last night. If anyone else has any questions, please put a Q in front of your
I'm
message so I
having-
get it
I'm
when
having
I'm
lemon tea.
reading through. Traveller is an alter ego, baby. He says things that I would never get away with.
Ah,
GG,
yes,
yes,
GG,
we
yeah.
know.
This traveller.
Gigi's baby.
Oh.
Yes, I do have to schedule a session with my new grandson. Tammy said, I brought a bald baby and I'm considering rooting her, and I have asked the artist if it's okay with her, and she said it's okay. Okay, good.
Woohoo! That's good.
Good morning, Lorraine.
Good on you.
Hi,
Lorraine.
Wolfie is probably happy at home with Daddy on the motorcycle.
Yes.
Elaine says, Rafiki says, hi, Auntie
Hi,
Raven.
Rafiki. Oh, Rafiki.
Vlog says, I'm thinking I might like to send my new boy on a foster journey at some stage. Oh, that sounds exciting. Rogan Shadow heard you, Raven, and they want to come and watch.
Oh,
how
hello.
cute.
Kelly said, yeah, and sometimes we get tired of all the drama and stuff. I find when I get tired of the drama, I just
Switch
click
off.
out, switch up. I don't look at the shit
Yeah.
on Facebook or
silly.
YouTube. I just stay out of it. What do you think?
Whatever you think.
Okay.
Whatever you think, do you?
You're so easily pleased, John.
Well, that's.
She's being silly.
Sometimes, Lisa.
Yeah.
She's being
Oh,
silly.
cheeky baby girl.
It makes the world go round a bit better.
Pick an eye hole.
Landon.
Where's Landon?
That's
Landon.
Landon is like the big boy.
Down there.
No.
Lorraine said I
they're
had someone
in the
tell me
cradle
on
there.
Instagram
That
I
much?
make beautiful babies just in the last
He's
3
the
days. Haven't
pink
told them
one.
yet that it's just a doll. Oh, it's sweet.
Here's a book. Oh, no, he's not.
I'm
He's
going to
right
get
here.
the keys to the courtesy bus so I can take this for a
Oh,
island
this
tour.
is better.
Whoop,
Holding
whoop.
a baby that actually
Okay.
just wants to sit on me rather than jump.
You try
on
to
me.
stay away from the drama. It's the best thing to do. Gigi said, I like the dolls and spending time with you guys, not the drama on the other accounts.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, as most of you know, we've had such an amazing team together that's internationally and nationally. I mean, we've got East versus West with our Australian people, but there's plenty of people internationally we love to meet. The 2022 session, when everyone gets together and comes to Australia.
Australia, mate.
Yep. We'll all camp it.
Where's Carrie? Carrie, are you okay?
She's in the shower, I think,
Oh,
isn't she?
Did you fall in?
She's in her room.
Oh.
Did
Packing up
you,
her
are
stuff.
you breastfeeding? Okay.
Oh, well, your
Really?
baby's out here.
Baby's out here.
Yeah,
Where's
who's
the-
breastfeeding?
Who are you breastfeeding? John's gone downstairs, so it's not him.
Hey, speaking of realism, what about those babies with the heartbeats and that breathe?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but they've got like big packs in their
Yeah.
nappies. That would be not
It kind
fun.
of creeps me out
That
a
would
little bit.
spoil
but-
it, I think.
Yeah.
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 They could
They're a
feel
bit
all the
expensive too.
hardware.
The breathing mechanisms are a bit expensive, aren't they?
Yes. Yes.
I've been asked a few times for them to stock them, but they're expensive.
Yeah.
I've been tempted to put a love heart in Wolfie, a beating heart in Wolfie.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it'd mean I'd have to pull him apart.
Yeah,
and
no.
Mummy can't do surgery on him.
No.
No, I was only
And,
saying
and
that.
when the battery runs flat, I'd have to.
You'd have to cut a little
Yeah.
slit
little
in the
pocket.
side and
So, yeah.
sew a pocket there.
Yeah.
That's what Lorraine's baby Gracie has. She has a heart pocket in the side of her body, so
Ah,
she can take it out and
That's a good
replace the
idea,
battery.
that's an idea.
It is the
But
best
it's
one.
still surgery.
You'd have to send her to him over here to Island
Yeah.
Treasures
I
to
don't
get a
know.
little pocket.
I
for
don't know
him.
if I want him to go into heart surgery. I'll ask him.
Yeah, heart surgery is a bit of a big.
Yeah, it's a big thing.
It is a big thing.
It is, yes.
Carrie, I'm gonna punch you in the nose. You're supposed to be out here.
Come on, Kerry. She's
Um,
avoiding us. I don't think she's feeling it.
Blaze said, "Can everyone introduce themselves again, one at a time, and say a little bit about themselves for those of us that are not familiar?" Okay. Raven.
I'm on the spot now. I'm Raven and I'm a fantasy reborn artist. My business is called Wicked Little Reborns, and you can go onto my website, which is www.wickedlittlereborns.com, and you'll see I don't only make reborns, but I do repaints, I do sculptures. I also sell living dead dolls and Harry Potter collectibles and all that sort of thing. And in my spare time, I'm a professional belly dancer and I run a dance school and I'm a makeup artist.
And she didn't do our makeup last night.
She was so mean. But it's working. I'm coming to just...
I
having a
totally get
holiday.
that.
We
Absolutely
get it.
I'm
that.
on holiday.
She's on the
Absolutely get that.
holiday.
Absolutely get that. So everyone knows who I am. So I'm Annette from Miracle Babies Nursery on YouTube, but I also run Aussie Reborn Supplies, which supplies the world with reborn supplies at pretty good prices, I would say. So that's me.
Wonderful.
And I have Mateo and Matilda, World Travels.
Yeah. I'm Lisa. I'm just me. Mystic
Lisa.
Reborn, Mystic Angels Reborn Nursery. Eventually, when I actually start selling babies, when anybody wants to actually order one, so I can sell it. But mostly, I'm just
You can do one, Raven.
a wife and a mother to Mia, and a disability support worker. I have children and grandchildren though. But yeah,
That's important.
always busy.
Angela?
Raven's doing one.
And then we've got Angela over there, and she... What's your nursery called? I know
I don't
you're
have a nursery.
I just say it's Island Treasures. That's
Island
what I
Island
sent
Treasures.
everyone there.
and Angela makes the most. She made this little boy, and she makes really cute little crochet and knitted outfits, and
She can sew.
she's got an amazing big
studio.
studio
Craft
room, and yeah, it's really cool.
And she does all this stuff.
Yep.
This is all her work.
Oh yeah,
Incredible.
these are hers.
Incredible stitching. She's just got like magic fingers. And Keza, who I'm going to be very mad at for not being here.
Are you okay down there? No, you're
She's
not.
fine. Kerry is our friend in our group. She's from Toowoomba. She doesn't have a nursery or anything. She just hangs out with us, and we pick on her a bit.
Yeah,
But,
she's blossoming baby blossoms.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. She's becoming
Blossoming
Baby
Baby
Blossoms
Blossoms.
on Facebook, which anyone can join in and share their babies. And it's another therapy reborn group on Facebook if you want
She's
to get
our
involved.
shy one.
No, she's not. What a load of shit.
You're just shy, darling.
I'm a shy one.
It looks very comfy there, Raven.
He does look very comfy, but yeah, she does some amazing work on Facebook. Becoming Baby Blossoms, you can go there, like that page and be a part. She does competitions from time to time. Just someone to talk to, really good. Okay, where are we up to?
I hear chickens.
Chickens.
On
Teacup, unfortunately, is not here. Well, she wouldn't come here anyway because she's just my worker. She's not part of
Employee.
my reborn
Not
team.
my friend.
But at the moment, because things are a little bit down at my place, she didn't work this week and probably is not going to work next week until things pick up for me a little bit. I've had to do double time and do her work. So yeah, Teacup wouldn't come and hang out with us anyway.
No, she wouldn't.
Oh, would you like to sit beside me here? It's just, you want to sit here? There's a spare seat. You can sit beside me. Angela, see? And there's another one of her beautiful babies, which is like a triplet to Landon. So cute. So whenever anyone ever comes to me with baby questions of who they want to ask, I'm always too busy. So I ask what kind of baby they want first. If they want a fantasy baby, I always send them to Wicked Little Reborns. And if they want a normal baby, I always send them to Island Treasures. So they are my two go-to people. I obviously love Lisa's and Kerry's work as well, but then they're not as into it. Lisa has a job. She's very, very busy and doesn't make as many babies. So these are my go-to for that. If anyone ever wants babies, that's who I would send you to. Links I give for Facebook for that. Gigi said, are they all, hang on, and they are all my friends who,
we're your friend,
who encourage, strengthen, and are fun to be with.
I've only
you
met
want to sit
Gigi
back here,
once, but her and I collect, and I really like her. I think she's awesome.
It's amazing. It's kind of sad, the people that we've clicked with and we don't get to.
See you all the time.
Yeah, that's the hard part, but
God,
it's
hair,
nice
see
that we
my
do
face.
get to see.
Yeah, so just pack up and move here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gigi.
Yeah, come on.
Move closer.
Come
You
on,
too,
do it.
Patricia
Come on.
and
Yeah,
Laura.
and Laura and Kerry Pallier.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, we could go on. Leslie.
Leslie, yeah.
Yeah, Leslie.
And Lorna.
Oh, Lorna Kingsley. Oh my God, and then I've got Pat and Alan
Do you want to sit here, Lisa?
and Chris.
So many.
There is too many to name. I would be going forever.
She's
Hey,
sneaky.
Alan.
Cheeky.
Me, cheeky girl.
Cheeky monkey.
He's got her face in it again. Okay, well,
She's in everything.
if anyone's got any more questions, our last questions, and then I'm going to finish this with reading the article from That's Life
Story time.
for those people who are not able to get it. So any last minute questions can be made to any of us, even Kerry, even though she's in there, even John.
How do you cope with us all, John?
Oh, here he comes.
I live on and on.
Oh, John's got to bring his baby.
Daddy.
Don't go-
No,
No, John.
Yeah, sit down with your own son, mate.
John has got his own
sweet.
son. This is Nigel.
Nigel's got no
Nigel.
friends like John.
No friends, Nigel.
Yeah,
He goes to the pub.
He takes us to the
Naughty.
pub. I think someone needs to ring child services about him. Some women breastfeed their reborns. Well, he takes his to the pub. That is completely.
Isn't that mother's
unacceptable.
milk though?
Does he
Beauty?
leave him-
Mother's
does he-
milk? Mother's milk's big.
Does he leave him in the car though while he plays the pokies?
No, he comes in with me.
Oh.
There's no pokies in there, they're not allowed.
Oh, awesome.
Ah.
It
Pokies.
was funny, one day we were at a festival across the road and a lady was dancing with him
Oh.
out in the dance area out on the grass, and she threw him in the air and the whole crowd just went she caught him, but they thought he was a real baby, so.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it nice when one of our guys has a baby?
There's a movie, isn't it?
He's a good man. He's a good man.
He's cooked the
Very
best
supportive.
lunch, dinner,
Well, thank you.
breakfast.
And he's our chauffeur.
Yeah,
He's yes. If anyone
He's
is
on
on
our
Facebook
Facebook, yeah.
and sees a picture of us. Lorraine said, Raven, you look very pretty today.
Oh, thank you.
Annette,
All right,
how do
gotta
we
go.
get the
Busy
newsletter?
man.
Bye, Nigel.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Nigel. Bye, John.
I do have a newsletter on Aussie Reborn Supplies, but it's getting the moments to send them out that I have trouble with, unfortunately.
Yeah, I never get time to do mine.
Not that you all don't. Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? It really
Because
is.
it takes ages, because mine's not the most easiest thing to
No.
sort of.
It isn't
navigate.
easy, and you've got to think of what you want to really talk about that
Yeah.
time, and it's kind of sad, really. But anyway, that's how it is. All right, so we're going to finish up, and I'm going to read the story from That's Life. Ebony, you can sit here. Oh, okay. That's how we're going to go out. Okay, I'm going to bring you in closer.
I might go away now.
Oh, Raven's going away. So if anyone, bye, Raven. Thank you for joining us on the panel today.
On the panel.
On the panel. It's nice to have a reborn daddy on board, isn't it? Now, bye, Nigel. Yep, he's over in his high chair over there, I think. Oh, no, in his rocker. Gigi said Jim is getting used to traveller in his bag at my side. His own baby at the pub might push the envelope. That is cute. Okay, so for those of you who have come on a little bit later, this is the That's Life magazine in here in Australia, and our one and only Patricia has appeared in it. It says Aussie Octo Mum, 8 babies at 63. So pretty cool. I'm going to read the story to you. So if you don't want to listen, you can go now and off you go to bed or whatever. But I'm going to read it to you. That's going to be our story today. Whoops. And I'll just show you the pictures again. So we've got yours truly up the top there. This is one of her babies. That's Faith. What have we got? This is Patricia with her sister Laura. You've got her other baby here. This is Daisy Grace, her first baby. This is Kerry Pallier down here, our beautiful Kerry. There's that little team, their little team they have in Perth of their get together. So it's really cool. So if you're in Australia, buy That's Life, and you'll get it. So I'm going to read this to you. I don't need to hold it up because it's not a children's novel. Gigi said, "Thank you, ladies. We'll see you all in September." And Tamina said, "I have one that has a heartbeat, but I don't want the one that breathes." Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to start this. Okay, so this is her story. This is Patricia's story. So cradling my baby in my arms, I gently rocked her back and forth. "Let's get you back to bed," I whispered. Placing her down in the bassinet, I planted a tender kiss on her forehead. Oh no. How did I get so lucky, I wondered. I hadn't always been this happy. More than 18 years earlier, my relationship had broken down with my 3 sons, and my 3 sons were grown up. For years, I suffered from anxiety and depression, but I longed to nurture a child the way I once had. So in December 2016, I found myself searching for realistic dolls on YouTube. Clicking on the first video that appeared, I watched in awe as a woman named Annette cooed over her baby on my screen. But I soon discovered that little pink bundle was made of plastic. Founder of Miracle Babies Newborn Nursery, Annette had forged a career making the dolls. Known as Reborns, the handcrafted figures are made to resemble newborns. Blown away by how lifelike they seemed, I needed to get one of my own. So I tracked down Yvonne, a local doll maker, and organised to meet with her the following day. Taking my sister Laura, 62, along for the ride, I didn't explain where we were going. When we arrived, Yvonne had 14 dolls laid out on the table. Encouraging me to touch each creation, she said I'd know when I found the one. I'm sure it seems strange to Laura, but she didn't let her confusion show. Then Yvonne placed a little girl in my arms and I instantly burst into tears. With chubby cheeks and soft pink lips, it was just like holding a real life baby, my baby. While Laura was skeptical at first, she could see how much it meant to me. I want to pay for it as an early Christmas present, she offered. At $300 each, the dolls weren't cheap. But in that moment, I felt my anxiety just melting away. Naming her Daisy Grace, it was like she'd saved me. It's so nice to see you happy again, Laura beamed. That night, as I cuddled my girl in bed, all my motherly instincts came flooding back. The next day, I raced out to the second-hand shops to pick up clothes, a pram, and even a car seat. From then on, Daisy Grace went everywhere with me. When I was visiting the dentist or picking up the groceries, my girl was always by my side. How beautiful, strangers would say, eagerly for a closer look. She looks just like a doll. That's because she is, I'd smile back, not wanting to give them the wrong idea. Though sometimes I got strange looks, I always explained that it's a form of therapy, just like a companion pet. Besides, I didn't care what people thought. But while I was happy to parade my baby around, I realized that there must be other reborn moms who weren't so confident. So I decided to start my own Facebook group called My Therapy Reborn Group, where others would have a safe place, a safe space to discuss their own journey. Connecting with women of all over the world, I learned about the grief and hardship many of them faced before finding their reborns. While some parents had lost a child, others had trouble conceiving, but there were only a few who had ever dared to take their reborns out in public. I wanted to end the stigma that we're crazy, I thought, feeling determined. So in April 2017, I invited them all out for coffee. Be sure to bring your babies, I encouraged. When the day finally arrived, I excitedly headed to Carriage Cafe in Fremantle with Daisy Grace. And I was ecstatic to see each mum with a beautiful bundle in their arms. We're just like any other mums club, I smiled. As word spread and more people heard about our gatherings, we soon had up to 18 reborn mums coming on. Marveling at her beauty, I wanted to learn more about how the babies were made. By now, Laura had become infatuated with reborns too, and so we decided to take a doll making course together. Carefully threading individual strands of hair into our dolls' heads, it was a painstaking process. But as I admired my finished product, my heart swelled with pride, naming my creation Hope. She was the perfect addition to my family. Next came Pia, followed by Serenity, Mia, Madison, and finally Jovel. I said that right, who was gifted to me by another collector in Hawaii. As a few $100s, right up to $2,500 per doll, it certainly isn't a cheap hobby. But the amount of joy my girls have brought to my life is priceless. Annette has become a good friend and I'm inspired by her. I've since started my own YouTube channel, the Therapy Reborn Group, to educate others on the benefits of adopting reborns. Without them, I wouldn't be a confident woman I am today. That's the end of that story. Like I said, if you're in Australia, you can buy your That's Life magazine. And if you really want one of your own, maybe contact Patricia. You can pay her to go and get you one and send it off to you.
That's a beautiful story.
So it is a beautiful story, isn't it?
Yeah, I love it.
It is really lovely. So I hope that, helps people understand the therapy side of it too. Tamina said, I wish I had a group like that. I would go out with my babies, but I wish I had someone else with me. I know it does get difficult to begin with. It's great when you've got a group. All right, so that's me for today. Thank you so much for watching on the Reborn panel today with these lovely ladies. I don't get to do it that often, but when I can, it's really, really good because it gives everyone a little bit of a different idea of, where we're. Said beautiful.
She's
thank
not
you.
coming.
Bye. And there's Angela. So Lisa and Kerry say goodbye too, and John, of course, and all the babies. So thank you for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed our craziness. We're 10 times crazier.
Hi, Heidi, hi.
Oh, hi, Heidi, hi. Yes, she wasn't able to be here today, and I don't think Leslie's here either.
Oh, Leslie, you missed us.
I know.
Dear.
Oh, she's going to be cut.
She
is.
will be.
Hi,
But she can watch it later.
Leslie.
She can watch it later and make a little bit of happiness there. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining us. We really appreciate it. Signing off
From Lamb
from
Island.
Lamb Island. There's our lamb. There's actually, is there any lambs here at all?
No, there's only a wild goat.
There's a wild goat, but
Wild
Yeah,
goat.
feral goat.
Big horns.
he's got horns.
And I've
Big
got
horns.
pictures of him. He's got
He's
like
a
horns.
horny
His
goat.
horns are
It's
about
like
it's
Davidson.
about like this wide,
Right.
his horns.
Harley Davidson goat. He's got
Wow.
big horns.
Man, he's
That's
massive.
scary. It is loads of fun. We're having loads of fun.
Uh-oh, who's blowing up a bed? Or letting it down? Just
think
let us up.
I think it's going down. All right, thanks guys. We love you all. Thank you for joining us, and come to Australia and join us. Australia.
Australia.
It's a
Australia,
place to
mate.
be. Australia, mate.
It's twice mine.
It's a place to be. Bye, guys.
Awesome.
Love you.